Good morning. Good morning. Welcome or welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Monday, July the 29th, and we are here to look at the new releases that are being set into the wild this week. And we look at them genre by genre every day of the work week, Monday through Friday. And on Mondays, we look at cozy mysteries. Hope you had a good weekend. Mine was okay. Got some Christmas projects started, one done. So of the 5, possibly 6, one is done. 3 have been started. So that was pretty good. I finished City Spies, third book in that, Forbidden City, which was super, super good. Gave it 5 stars. And I'm not sure what I'm wanting to read next. I'm in the middle of a couple, but I'm just kind of lolling in those. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm in the mood for, but perhaps there will be inspiration. We are looking at cozy mysteries. First up is one that I have ordered. I love this series. It is 6th in the Sparks and Bainbridge series, set after World War II. It's Murder at the White Palace by Alison Montclair. If you like witty banter from like the 1930s kind of comedies, this has it. In the immediate post-war days of London, 2 unlikely partners have undertaken an even more unlikely, if necessary, business venture, the Right Sort Marriage Bureau. The 2 partners are Miss Iris Sparks, a woman with a dangerous and never-discussed past in British intelligence, and Mrs. Gwendolen Bainbridge, a genteel war widow with a young son entangled in a complicated aristocratic family. Looking to throw a New Year's Eve soiree for their clients, Sparks and Bainbridge scout an empty building, only to find a body contained in the walls. What they initially assume is a victim of the recent Blitz is uncovered instead to be a murder victim stabbed several times, and so forth. I really do like that series. I think I still need to read book 5. I'm not binging them, I'm savoring them, but I do have this one on the way. Death in Kensington, 8th in the Augusta Peel 1920 mysteries. Kim had said good morning. Very good morning. Happy Monday. Gosh, it's almost August. I know. I had to set up for the week and I had to come up with my August picture. Hi, Emily. Watching while I get ready for work for week-long PD. Summer is coming to a close. Does it start in a couple weeks? I think you mentioned, I think I'd asked. Mary, I took Southern Man by Gary Isles back to the library on Friday. It was 960 pages, and I just don't have the time for one that long, especially from the library. True. Mary, hi, Emily. Welcome, welcome. Death in Kensington by Emily Organ, 8th in Augusta Peel. Killer Couture, Murder is in Fashion. A high society fashion show is not Augusta Peel's usual idea of entertainment, but when she's offered a spare ticket, the chance to see a show by a renowned designer is too good to miss. The glittering event takes a turn when a rising model is found dead after the show. Augusta embarks on a murder investigation where the glamour of fashion collides with the deadly secrets of the wealthy. And as the stakes are raised, Augusta must use all her wits to unravel the threads before someone else becomes a victim. I don't know, I've always liked those covers. Rosie A. Point has are we sure this is a new one? How do we know it's, it came out July 10th. July 12th. Either way. Moving on. There's lots to see. Nothing to see here. Move along, move along. A Whisper of Death by Darcy Burke, first in the Raven and Wren series. Historical mystery. This intrigued me. I always love those duos in historical mysteries. After being viciously stabbed and left for dead, Hadrian Becket, Earl of Ravenhurst, struggles back to health, only to discover he is cursed with a vexing ability to see visions he can't explain. Terrified he may be going mad, he must keep the disturbing skill secret. But when it proves helpful in tracking his would-be killer, he has no choice but to embrace the newfound power. The retrocognition leads him to the house of a man recently deceased, where he encounters the clever and intriguing Miss Matilda Wren, who may be able to help him solve the many questions raised by the attack. The death of Tilda's cousin has left her and her beloved grandmother in a precarious financial position when she discovers their investments have gone missing. Between the lost money and the mysterious Lord Ravenhurst's incessant inquiries, Tilda begins to wonder if her cousin may have been murdered. Desperate to determine what happened, she'll exhaust every possible line of inquiry to stave off destitution. For a price, Tilda agrees to work with the Earl to uncover the truth, though she suspects he's hiding a dark secret. So that one does intrigue me. I think that's a cool cover too. Love the cover. I like ravens. Cool. A Lethal Lady by Nikisa Afia. Afia? Louise Lloyd is finally living the quiet life she longed for, working in a perfumery by day and spending time with her new friends every night at the Aquarius Club in Paris. When a desperate mother asks for help locating her artist daughter, Louise initially refuses to keep her hard-won but fragile peace intact. But the woman comes with a letter of introduction from an old friend in Harlem, and Louise realizes she has no choice to do what she can to find the missing young woman. The woman's daughter, Iris Wright, is part of an elite social circle. Louise soon finds herself drawn into a world of privilege and ice-cold ambition, a young group of artists who will do anything to get ahead. But would they murder one of their own? Absolutely. With the help of some friends from home, Louise must untangle a web of lies, jealousy, and betrayal to find out what really happened to Iris while fighting to keep her new life from crashing down around her. Gorgeous dress, very cool cover. Historical, lots of points in his favor. It's just a coincidence that a lot of these are historicals. I pull them up as they come up alphabetically, typically on the websites. So we just have a string of historicals here. Clark has a new one, 13th in the Penelope Banks Murder Mysteries, A Murder in Blue, a 1920s historical mystery. France, 1926. Penelope Penn Banks and friends are finally headed to Paris aboard the famous Blue Train. No sooner has the train left the station than one of their group is accused of theft by another first-class passenger. The situation is quickly resolved thanks to the timely yet rather suspicious intervention of a fellow female passenger. When the victim of the supposed theft is found dead later that evening, a surprising number of suspects are uncovered. There may have been more to the victim's travel plans than a simple tryst along the French Riviera with his young female companion. Unfortunately, the accusation of theft has Penelope's friend Lulu accused as one of the suspects. Can Penn find the real culprit before the cuffs are placed when they reach the next station? Murder in Bloom. A brand new, utterly gripping. 1920s seem to be a favorite of these authors. They do. Right after the war, a lot of mores were set aside. You've got the pretty young things being rebellious. This is by Liz Fielding, third in the Maybridge Murder Mysteries. One part jealousy, two parts rage. Somewhere in Abby's sleepy little village, the perfect murder is brewing. Abby enters the Maybridge Flower Show, never dreaming for one moment that she'll win the gold, or an invitation to appear on telly alongside gardening legend Daisy Dashwood. Some people say Daisy's a tiresome diva, but starry-eyed Abby can't wait for the cameras to start rolling until Daisy staggers out on stage only to collapse at Abby's feet. Her demise might seem like a tragic accident resulting from a cocktail of booze and hay fever medicine, but Abby's not so sure. She starts digging to uncover shifty suspects at every turn. From snarky co stars to a toy boy lover, they all had reason to want Daisy dead and gone. And that's not the only puzzle playing in Abby's mind. In life, Daisy went nowhere without her trusty caddy of healing teas. Now it's vanished. What if someone's been tampering with Daisy's favorite cuppa? I know, 100 years ago. Crazy. Sight Unseen by Bonnie Hardy, third in the Redondo and Rose Neighbors in Crime series. Rex and Viv are all packed and ready to sip champagne as they cruise across the Pacific Ocean. Unfortunately, their plans are put on hold when Viv witnesses a man taking a dive off an elliptical machine. Is he injured or dead? She intends to find out. When the ship's staff refuses to believe her story, Viv takes matters into her own hands. It isn't until she's trapped in the morgue with a body bag that she realizes this matter is far more dangerous than she first thought. Concerned any evidence will be swept out to sea before they reach the shore, Viv becomes determined to find out the fate of the disappearing passenger. Can she uncover the truth before the ship reaches port, or will the truth be washed away in the tide? In spite of herself. Now, this one I contemplated leaving for Thursday, fantasy science fiction, but it is mostly mystery. So, In Spite of Herself by Ward Parker, sixth in the Monsters of Jellyfish Beach series. Extracting a Tooth Fairy. The crested mouth sprite, better known as the Tooth Fairy to non cryptozoologists, has almost never been spotted by humans. The exchange of cash for a baby tooth beneath a sleeping child's pillow is the primary evidence we have that they exist. Leave it to a drunken Florida man to blow away the creature with a shotgun in his young son's room. There better be additional tooth fairies in the wild, or this means no more moolah for molars. You know what's coming next, right? Yep, the Friends of Cryptid Society demands that I, humble witch and botanica co-owner, search for another crested mouth sprite and monitor the species population. Sure, no problem. Until the Florida man meets his demise, additional bodies begin dropping, and the police suspect Matt is responsible. All the while, I learned that tooth fairies are a lot more complicated than we thought. You know, there is no tooth fairy holiday. Just saying. I was going to say this is seasonal, but it's not. It's all the time. Historicals are my favorite right now. Oh, Kim, you warm my heart. Who was the author of Murder in Bloom? That was Liz Fielding. Summer's Sweet Demise, a freshly baked cozy mystery by Kathleen Suzette, 32nd in a series. So if you're looking for one of the August prompts, book in a long series or whatever that exact wording is, here's one. And it's only 136 pages. Ah, summertime, when the living is easy, the weather is warm, and the dead? They just keep popping up. The last thing I wanted to see while picking wild blueberries for my famous blueberry cheesecake was a dead woman, but the dead woman had other plans. Allie and her best friend Lucy may have had simple plans to go wild blueberry picking, but they soon discovered that even the best laid plans can often go awry. Who is the woman planted among the blueberry bushes, and who put her there? The two amateur sleuths are on the case to find out and catch the killer. Cheesecake is not my favorite, but I'd eat it. Dolphin Danger by Jasmine Webb, 11th in the Charlotte Gibson Mysteries. Charlie is back on Maui and ready for some peace and quiet after her adventure on the Big Island, but the universe has other ideas. When a pod of dolphins alert a local fisherman to a man's body out in the ocean, unquestionably murdered, his widow hires Charlie to find the killer. What initially looks like a business dispute gone wrong quickly sees Charlie mired in a whole new world she never knew existed. To get to the bottom of this, she's going to have to go undercover. But hey, if anyone can blend into a new situation without getting into heaps of trouble, it's Charlie, right? Right? With Charlie's case quickly turning into much more than she initially thought, she finds herself wondering if maybe she's bitten off more than she can chew. Will she find the killer before she becomes fish food? This also had a very pretty cover to me. And 20th in a series. So again, if you're looking for that prompt, this is by Lise McClendon, and kind of a name in mysteries. The Last Letter from France, Bennett Sisters Mystery number 20. When her sister volunteers to help renovate the two cottages she owns in France, Merle is happy to have company. The cottages are a disaster, especially one that has been inhabited by rodents for years. But inside the cottage are surprises. A packet of letters dating from World War I intrigue Merle. What happened to the soldier who was writing to his girlfriend back in England? Does his last letter telling her to forget him mean something terrible happened to him? As she digs deeper into the past, Merle enlists another sister, Annie, to meet her in southern England. Here on the so-called English Riviera was where both lovers once lived. Could their fates be discovered there? The mystery of Bertie and Felix unwinds bit by bit as Merle gets closer to the awful truth of what happened. Read Felix's letters, especially the last one, along with the Bennett sisters in this latest mystery, number 20, blah, blah, blah. Mortal Flip. Home Renovator, Mystery number 5 by M.E. Bakos. Caitlin's happy place is renovating houses in fictional Crocus Heights, Minnesota. She buys a two-story home on Fresh Street, but learns the eager seller is a person of interest in a local high-profile murder. Along with the pressure of renovating the house, she becomes the target of a deranged killer. With a chatty neighbor willing to share her suspicions about the seller, his wife, his friends, and ex-husband Eddie's help in sleuthing, Caitlin must unravel the web of what friendship turned deadly before it's too late. Throw in pre-wedding jitters with hunky Sheriff Don Williams and ex-husband Eddie's unusual attentiveness, it's high time for Caitlin and BFF Myra to have a reading with famed psychic Gabriella to give some clarity. But nothing is clear about the murder until the killer is caught. You're welcome, Kim. Hi, Elena. Tomorrow's your birthday. Ooh, are you excited? Hope you're doing good. Oh, you're doing great. Oh, good, good, good. Mary says hi and happy birthday early. And Kim also says happy birthday early. And she says thank you. And Mary, the letter book sounds interesting. Yeah, I'm wondering if you can like read it out of order, technically. I usually don't do that, but book number 20, you just kind of want to jump to that one. Monterey Bay Murder by Saren Star. Maybe it's, yeah, Serene Star Good. Second in series. In the small coastal town of Oceanwood, where the salty breeze carries butterflies and secrets, Amanda's quest to restart her life takes a wild turn as a diver washes ashore, a spear-gun bolt piercing his chest. The once tranquil marina turns into a hotbed of suspicion, with Amanda's friend Ben as a prime suspect. Amidst celebrities' betrayals and shakedowns, Amanda and Grok team up to clear Ben's name. I'm assuming that's the cat. Together, they discover that the marina harbors more than just boats. With a cast of quirky friends and Grok's uncanny investigative skills, Amanda sails into the heart of the mystery, determined to expose the true culprit. Can Amanda and Grok untangle this fishy business before the killer strikes again? Ugh. Dangerous information. by Aaron Scott. 10th in a Whiskers and Words mystery. The puns, they are thick in this one. Can't they have a meowment of peace? A string of robberies has Button and its neighboring cities on edge. Lou, whose bookstore was the first business targeted, is eager to figure out how to stop the thieves. Before she can, Lou's neighboring business owner is killed during a robbery gone wrong. Desperate to seek justice for her friend, Lou can't help but get involved, but things become more complicated when the thieves begin secretly returning the items they stole from her. The books become clues that just might help Lou figure out who's behind the crimes. It's a race against time as new businesses are hit every few days. Can Lou put a stop to it before anyone else is robbed or worse, murdered? Toxic Tort. First in a series, potentially, a Just Desserts mystery by Lori Pollard Johnson. Jess Harriet writes for the Seattle Sun, a weekly news rag best known for its personal ads. When her latest assignment turns out to be yet another obituary, this time for caustic restaurant critic Perry Lowell, she seriously considers quitting. But before the memorial buffet is replenished, detectives appear. Perry didn't die of a heart attack after all. He was murdered with a toxic tort, likely served at the Valentine's Day Chocoholic Ball. Jess seizes the opportunity to solve the murder and scoop the story, but she'll have to outwit Cherry Bell, a fellow Sun reporter by week, cheerleader by weekend, Tom, a college dating disaster who holds a flame for Jess, and the elusive Chocoholic Ball guest list, and a cadre of unsavory chefs who invite her to a dinner she suspects is a recipe for danger. Last one. The Missing Professor by Andrea Instone and Rachel Reynolds is the translator. It's 1926 and young Emma Schumacher is feeling stuck in a small English seaside. Her Aunt Sybil's friend is visiting and the two friends simply cannot stop fighting. It's enough to drive everyone in the house mad. Emma takes solace in a new friendship and spends as much time away from the house as she possibly can. The day she leaves to visit her father in Bonn, Germany couldn't come any sooner. Then she receives a strange letter from her father, an Egyptologist. He's planning a lecture tour during the time she had planned to visit him. What? That doesn't make sense. Not to mention the letter was shorter than she was accustomed to, containing very little in the way of information, and went to the wrong house initially. Emma suspected something wasn't quite right. Even her Aunt Tinny, who lives with her father in Bonn, has no idea what is happening or where he is, only that he didn't take any of his things with him. With Aunt Sybil to chaperone, Emma sets off to find her father somewhere in Germany. Along the way, she meets three gentlemen who each offers to help her in her search, and each competes for her attention along the way. Emma comes of age as they investigate murder, kidnapping, theft, and fraud in the antiquities trade. Which one will find her father first and thus capture her heart? Let's see. Oh, yeah. So I believe this was originally in German. I just thought the cover was interesting. Well, there you go. Perfect timing again. Many thanks. Hope everyone has a great week. I know you, Elena, a birthday is on tap. What fun. And Kim, I'm going to turn gymnastics on. Have a great day, everyone. Indeed. Hope you guys have a very good Monday. Be safe. Be happy on purpose. Read good books, and as the banner says here, don't quick announcements before though. I don't have sprints tonight. They're on Sarah's channel tonight. I have them tomorrow night. As the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom nom. Have a good day and God bless.